Everyone was sitting holding their breath in a big meeting room, and in front of them was sitting a man who had no expression on his face. Who has tried to deceive me? That man's voice was calm. Hearing that man's words, everyone looks at each other in fear, but no one says anything. When that man sees that no one is saying anything, he laughs loudly. Seeing that man's laughter, everyone started sweating out of fear. Then a man comes and holds the man's feet and apologizes. Boss, please forgive me. I cheated you out of credit or money. The man was crying and apologizing to him. Mr. Park, you betrayed the boss. This was not accepted of you. Jimin was that man's assistant and also his friend. Boss, please forgive me this time. I will not make such a mistake next time. Then there is a sound of gunshot, and when everyone's eyes fall on Mr. Park, they see Mr. Park was laying on the ground with blood coming out of his forehead, as the man had shot Mr. Park in the middle of his forehead. I never forgive the person who betrays me. He says this in a very dangerous voice, hearing which everyone sitting in the meeting room got goosebumps except Jimin. If anyone tries to betray me in the future, I will punish him worse than this man. Saying this, he walked out of the meeting room and Jimin followed him. Everyone heaves a sigh of relief after that man leaves. The name of this person is Jungkook. His name comes among the number one businessman of Asia. He is also a mafia king. There is a lot of fear about him in both the underworld and the business world. No one wants to be hostile towards him. He is a very arrogant. He is cruel to everyone except two. One is his younger sister whom he loves very much, and the other is his friend Jimin. Jungkook, why kill him in front of everyone? Because I just wanted people to know what punishment I give him. Someone tried to betray me, so that no one else would even think about betraying me. He speaks in his cold and calm voice. Won't you change at all? Not at all. Someone will come into your life who will change you. It can't happen because there's no room for anyone in my heart. Whatever is written in destiny will happen. Neither you nor me, no one can change it. It seems like you don't have a work. That's why you are giving me advice. He speaks with a smirk. Seeing Jungkook smiling, fear appears on Jimin's face. Jimin was sitting in the cabin angrily checking files when Daniel came to him. Daniel was Jungkook's bodyguard. Boss has also given you this file to check. Saying this, he placed 20 files on Jimin's table. There were already 30 files there, and after looking at the 20 files, Jimin started staring at Daniel. That's no use staring at me. You are as devil as your boss. Who told you to make the boss angry? Get out of here. He speaks angrily. Daniel walks out of the cabin. Jungkook had just come out of the washroom after taking a bath when his phone started ringing. Hello, Jungkook receives the call and says. Something is said from the other side which makes Jungkook look angry on his face. Where is he now? He is in his villa. Hearing this, Jungkook disconnected the call. 20 to 25 luxury cars stop outside a big villa and Jungkook comes out of one of the cars. Jungkook was looking very angry on his face at this time. Boss, he is here with madam. Hearing this, Jungkook angrily goes inside the villa. His bodyguards were behind him. Whatever guards were trying to stop Jungkook, Jungkook was shooting them. Taehyung, Jungkook shouted so loudly that his voice echoed throughout the mansion. Taehyung comes down the stairs after hearing Jungkook's voice. How come you missed me today? He comes in front of Jungkook and says, "Where is my sister?" He asks angrily. Now she is not only your sister but also my wife. As soon as Jungkook hears this, Jungkook puts the gun to Taehyung's forehead. She is only my sister. Keep away your dirty eye from my sister. He speaks every word through gritted teeth. Believe it or not, she is my wife now. There was no expression of fear on Taehyung's face. Looks like you have a strong desire to die. Saying this, Jungkook was about to shoot Taehyung when someone called Jungkook's name loudly, causing Jungkook to look in the direction where the voice came from. Lisa. As soon as Jungkook sees Lisa, he walks over to Lisa and hugs her. Lisa, are you okay? Did he hurt you? He speaks worriedly. Jungkook, I am fine, don't worry. Go home with me. Can't go home with you, Jungkook. But why? Because I love Taehyung and I am married to Taehyung. Are you kidding me? You know, he is my enemy. But I love him very much. He is using you to take revenge on me. No, Jungkook, he loves me too. Princess, listen to me. He is no good for you. Lisa was sitting in her room crying when Taehyung comes into the room. Please don't cry, he hugged Lisa. How can Jungkook say that I am not his sister? He was angry, so he said, he will come to you when his anger subsides. Jungkook was sitting angrily on his bed with his hands bleeding and the room completely ruined. You did not do the right thing by using my sister to take revenge on me. You will pay for it. Jungkook was very angry right now. You were coming out of the mall after shopping with your friends when some men come and kidnap you. Leave me or else my brother will kill you when he finds out that you guys have kidnapped me. Looks like you trust your brother too much. You hear Jungkook's calm and deep voice, causing you to calm down for a moment. Who are you and why have you kidnapped me? You can't see Jungkook's face because you wore blindfold. You don't need to know who I am. You just sign this paper quickly. Which paper is this? Our marriage document is. I will not sign this paper. As soon as you said this, Jungkook held a gun to your head. You still won't sign? His voice was deep and dangerous and it scared you. I don't see anything. How do I sign? When Jungkook hears this, he removes your blindfold. As soon as the blindfold is removed from your eyes, Jungkook's handsome face appears in front of you and you get lost in him as soon as you see him. Sign the paper quickly. He speaks in his cold voice. You came to your senses after hearing his cold voice. And you sign the document without saying anything to him. Jungkook removes the gun from your head as you sign the document. After some minutes, why are you staring at me? He said irritably. You are my husband, so I can stare at you. I am not your husband. I married you because your brother married my sister to take revenge on me. I also did the same thing he did to me. Not long ago, you kidnapped me and forcefully married me. Now, how can you say that you are not my husband? You said this in anger. Just a little while ago you were afraid of me. Now what happened? Has my fear gone from your heart? A while ago you were my kidnapper, but now you are my husband, so there is no chance of being afraid of you. It was not just Jungkook who was surprised by your immediate reaction. There were other people there too who were surprised. It was the driver and Daniel who were watching the two of you through the mirror. Just shut up and stay away from me. Jungkook was very angry at you right now, but he does not say anything to you and starts working on his laptop. You ask Jungkook, but Jungkook does not answer your question and ignores you. It makes you very angry to see Jungkook not saying anything. Boss, we have reached the airport. Okay. When Jungkook's eyes fall on you, he sees that you were asleep. Get up. We will be late for the flight. Jungkook tries hard to wake you up, but you don't. Not seeing you awake, Jungkook picks you up in his arms and get out of the car. Get ready to handle my tantrums, Mr. Jungkook. Actually, you were pretending to sleep. Jungkook, where are you? What are you doing in my mansion and who gave you permission to come into my mansion? Jungkook, did you kidnap my sister? Angry. What you did to me, I did to you. What did you do to my sister? Same thing you did to my sister. Jungkook, I already said I love Lija. I am not using her, so you don't bring my sister between us. Just like you hurt me by taking my sister away from me, I will hurt you by taking your sister away from you. Jungkook. Taehyung grabs Jungkook's collar. Taehyung, let go of Jungkook's collar. You say coming closer to Taehyung. But when I need to talk to you about something, come with me. Saying this, you took Taehyung's hand and lead him out of the mansion. Jungkook smiles as he sees Taehyung leave. When? Why did you bring me there? Now Jungkook is my husband. What? You told Taehyung everything that happened between you and Jungkook. After hearing this, Taehyung gets very angry at Jungkook. How dare he do all this to you? Taehyung speaks angrily. Relax, Taehyung. You go with me to the mansion right now. I don't want to go to the mansion with you. But why? Because I love Jungkook. You fell in love with him in one day. I was already in love with Jungkook. And when did this happen? When I came to Korea for holidays. But he does not love you. He married you. Just take revenge on me. Then I'll make him love me. This is no easy task because till date he has never let any girl come closer to him. And on top of that, you are my sister, whom he hates. And I am also not an ordinary girl, I am Mrs. Yeon. When you come into the room, you see Jungkook sitting on the couch. Did your so-called brother leave my mansion? Just shut up. You are not my wife, so come out of your fantasy world, he said to you angrily. Hubby, I think your memory is very weak. That's why you forget again and again that I am your wife and you are my hubby. Saying this, you went and sat on his lap. Stay away from me, angry. What does this have to do with you? Hearing this from Jungkook makes you very angry. Just shut up. Saying this, he pushed you away from him and went out of the room. Run away from me all you want, but you have to come to me later, smirk. When you come to the living room, you see a man sitting in the living room and drinking coffee. Who are you? The man starts looking at you. As soon as he hears your voice, who are you? You are standing in my mansion asking who I am. Since when did this mansion become yours? This mansion belongs to my friend. And I am his wife, so this mansion is mine too. Now tell me, who are you? Jungkook got married and did not even tell me. He speaks very loudly. Can't you talk a little slowly? Oh, sorry. My name is Jimin and I am Jungkook's assistant and also his friend. Nice to meet you, Mr. Jimin. What's going on here? His voice was cold. Hearing Jungkook's voice, you both looked towards Jungkook. I asked you to bring me a file, but you seems to be busy with something else. First of all, you tell me you got married and did not even tell me angry. I don't have a time to answer a stupid questions. Saying this, he walks out of the mansion. Jungkook, you have to answer my question. Jimin follows Jungkook. How are you? I'm fine, Jungkook. In fact, Jungkook started talking to Lisa now that he had realized that Taehyung loved his sister. Why did not you bring Wyan? Taehyung sat next to Lisa and said, your sister is very irritating person, so I did not bring her. If you think my sister is no good for you, divorce her. Just yesterday Mr. Lee approached me for Wyan. Jungkook glares at Taehyung after hearing this. Taehyung smiles seeing Jungkook angry. When Jungkook comes into the room, he sees that you were sleeping. She fell asleep so early. Never fell asleep so early before. When Jungkook comes closer to you and touches your forehead, he realizes that you have a fever. Why did not she tell me she had a fever? I need the entire team of doctors at the mansion in 5 minutes. Saying this, he disconnected the phone. He sits next to you and starts caressing your hair. When you open your eyes, you see Jungkook sleeping cuddled up against you. Jungkook wakes up when he hears your voice. Are you feeling okay? Yes, you will wait. I will call the doctor and come right away. Saying this, he walked out of the room. Did I call you guys to sleep here? He said angrily. After bothering us all night, he is saying that we were sleeping. Come with me and check out my wife. Mr. Jungkook, your wife is fine now. Can we go now? Jungkook nodded. Are you okay? Yes, you rest. I'll bring you breakfast. Jungkook come to the hotel for a meeting when his eyes fall on you. What is he doing here? Come Jungkook, we will be late to meeting. When Jimin sees Jungkook looking in a direction without listening to him, he also looks in the same direction Jungkook was looking. What's Wine doing here? Then both of them see that a man comes and hugs you. Seeing which Jungkook's eyes turn red with anger. Is this guy Wine boyfriend? When Jungkook hears this, he stares angrily at Jimin. There's no use staring at me. Without saying anything to Jimin, Jungkook walks towards you. How are you, Edward? I'm fine, sweetie. Saying this, he pinched your cheeks. Ah, hearing your scream, Edward starts smiling. Then Jungkook comes, holds your hand, and starts taking you out of the hotel. Jungkook, what are you doing? Let go of my hand. Jungkook does not answer you and takes you with him. Edward did not get a chance to say anything because Jungkook's move was very fast. Besides, he knew that Jungkook and you were married, so he did not come between you two. Jungkook, what kind of behavior is this? You said angrily because you did not like the way Jungkook treated you in front of everyone. Who's that man? Jungkook said angrily. Whatever he is, what does it have to do with you? You also speak angrily. Jungkook, who was trying to control his anger, gets even angrier after hearing you say this and he pulls you closer to him in an instant. Jungkook, let go of me. I'm hurting. Next time, don't even try to get closer to anyone. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll do. He speaks in a very threatening tone which scares you because you have never seen Jungkook so angry before. You used to bother him a lot, but even then Jungkook was not as angry with you as he was today. Seeing Jungkook so angry at you brings tears to your eyes. Seeing the tears in your eyes, Jungkook lets you go. After some minutes, you were crying. Jungkook was feeling angry at himself after seeing you crying. Why was there any need to be angry at her? Sorry. When you don't stop crying even after hearing Jungkook's apology, Jungkook hugs you. Sorry, I'll never be angry at you again. I hate you. You scold me. You hit his chest. But I love you. When you hear this from Jungkook, you look at him with a shocked expression. Jungkook, you are going to be a father. You speaks happily. What? Hey army, fill the comment section with purple hearts.